Today we're breaking down the C&L Catback, which by the way, is gonna be one of the most affordable full stainless systems on the site for your 2009 and 2010 5.4 liter V8 powered F-150. Now this system is great because besides its full stainless build, it's also gonna give you some options with how you want the system to look after the install. Now again, you are looking at 409 grade stainless steel throughout here, including the straight through series muffler, which will allow for a relatively aggressive sound profile, all exiting out of the twin 3.5-inch polished tips that you can do in a dual rear exit or dual side exit configuration. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video. But first things first here, guys, let's just jump right into the sound clips you can expect with this particular C&L system. And as I just mentioned to you guys, this one is no slouch. Certainly gonna turn a few heads on the road thanks to its aggressive tone and overall volume. So breaking out my patented Wake the Neighbor scale, I have the C&L system coming in at a strong 4 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to Wake the Neighbor scale. Now for reference sake here, guys, C&L, they do also offer a Proven Ground series catback, very similar to what you're looking at here, same materials, but it does utilize a chambered muffler instead of the straight through muffler that we have here with this particular system. So if you didn't want all of that volume, but you prefer to keep things kind of at this price point, certainly check out some of the other options from C&L here at AmericanTrucks.com. Now inside the truck, on the other hand, things I would say do remain relatively quiet, not as silent of course as you might imagine with the more mild systems or stock systems, because this thing is a bit more aggressive at the end of the day, and because it is a straight through muffler, typically you do pick up a little bit more resonance inside the cab while cruising. But with the sound pretty much covered, let's jump into quality and construction. And as I mentioned at the top of this video here, gang, this is gonna be one of your most affordable full stainless systems available at this price point, again, for this particular generation and engine F-150. Now, you can expect the 409 grade stainless throughout here, guys, which I will say is your kind of mid-level material, which is gonna land just above, of course, that aluminized steel, which is typically your more budget-friendly stuff. And then the 409 is gonna land just below the 304 grade stainless, which is typically the cream of the crop material in the land of aftermarket exhaust, and therefore does command top dollar. But 409, still very, very good overall. In fact, great corrosion resistance, but with the benefit of being a little bit more affordable at the end of the day. So with that being said, if you have a truck that lives in, upstate New York, snow belt, salty areas during winter months, certainly wouldn't hesitate to throw this thing on your truck and have it live up to the elements for several years. Now 409 grade stainless aside here, guys, you are gonna be looking at a combination of 3-inch tubing for your lead pipe before it does split off into 2.5-inch mandrel-bent tubing on the other side of that straight through muffler here. Perforated tube muffler. I like that, kind of takes the bite off of the tone a little bit, rounds out the sound a bit. It is a popular design and one that you will find here with this system. The muffler itself has been given this black coating here just to prevent any corrosion on top of that already stout stainless steel material. Now finally, guys, everything is going to exit out of your 3.5-inch polished tips here. Now the tips themselves have been made from that top of the line 304 grade stainless, like I just mentioned earlier, which is important, right? This is what you're gonna see the most of. So if you can have the best material, the best corrosion resistance, it certainly is helpful to see it in the tips. Now, one of my favorite things about this system, and again, I did mention this earlier on, besides the low price point, the full stainless, all that good stuff, is the fact that the C&L option that we have here does include pipes to either run the system straight out the back, kind of like a dual exit system, or they also kick in pipes to make this a dual side exit system. That's killer. I like some options with my exhaust systems, and the fact that this particular system at this very affordable price point is offering that is great, because that's something you don't see a lot in the aftermarket exhaust category. And this is a great time to talk a little bit more about the price point of the C&L here, because all of its perks, including that full stainless material, the different appearance options that this system does deliver, it's still going to be extremely reasonable, extremely affordable at the end of the day. Again, coming in at or around that $750 price point. And again, I've mentioned it once or twice, I'll mention it again. You're looking at one of the most affordable full stainless systems on the site for your particular F-150. All right guys, last but not least, now it's time to show you what it takes to get this system installed on your F-150 at home. Site does claim there might be some trimming necessary for the intermediate or front pipe, depending on your wheelbase, basically your cab or bed length, but don't worry, the instructions will spell that out for you pretty clearly before getting started. Now because of that, because most of your work is done underneath the truck, just figure a solid 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about 2 hours or so to complete from start to finish. Now we're gonna throw it out to my guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown. Check it out.
For this install, you're gonna need a 3/8 driver, a 13mm wrench, a 17mm wrench, a 10, 13, 15, and a 17mm socket, along with a hanger pliers. Today we're going to be installing an exhaust on our F-150, but first we're going to watch a quick uninstall video and we're going to meet you right here when you get back.
All right, first step here, I put a pole jack under the longest pipe portion of our exhaust here just to make sure that when it comes down, it's being supported. Now, if you're working on the ground, not on a lift, you may not need this because you're closer to the ground. Because we're so high up, I don't want this to drop down, so I've got supported here. Now I'm using a 13mm swivel socket to remove the 2 bolts holding on that factory flange. All right, now at this point, you can try to slide this hanger off of the isolator, but I find it to be easier just to remove the whole thing from the frame. It's just 2 bolts here, 2 10mm. I'm gonna use my 10 swivel for this. And this is where having that support pole jack comes in handy. All right, at this point, you can take the whole exhaust off in one piece by sliding out the 2 remaining hangers.
On the driver's side frame rail near the spare tire, all the way in the back, we're going to install our clip through the square hole and it's going to reach all the way over to our circle hole. So we'll slide that over, get that lined up. And now we can take our hanger bracket and it's going to be facing towards the spare tire and the passenger side. So it's just like that. Now we can take our provided hardware, our bolt, flat washer, and our lock washer and install this. Just get the thread started on there. And now we can tighten this up using a 13mm socket. Once you get that snugged up a bit, you can now finish it off with a 13mm wrench. We can slide on our rubber hanger and just let that sit there till we get back to it later. Moving on to our front pipe and our mid pipe, depending on your wheelbase size, which we have the 157, we're gonna need to take 6 inches off of our mid pipe, and depending on your setup, you may need to cut one or both. Now we can put our front pipe on. I do have a pole jack just as a little bit of support. And I'm gonna put 1 bolt in there temporarily just to hold it in place. Now I already have a bolt set up over here just to hold it in place. But we have a 70mm bolt along with our lock washer and our flat washer, and we'll put that through the back end. And holding that together, we can get our flat washer and our locking nut. Now we can come back in and tighten it down with our 17mm socket and our 17mm wrench. Now just a quick note, this being a ball flange, you do want to tighten these up evenly. All right, again, depending on your setup, you may need to trim 1 or both of your pipes, but we're going to cut back about 6 inches off of ours. Once we made our cut and with our measurements and everything, we might have some burred edges that we will clean up with a file or whatever you have available. Now we can put back on our factory exhaust hanger. line up the bracket. Now we can tighten up our 2 bolts using our 10mm socket. Now we can slide our exhaust clamp on and our mid pipe. Now we can slide on our hanger bracket and also slide it into our hanger at the same time. Now we can slide on another exhaust clamp and also install our muffler. Now we can install a clamp on each side. And now we can install our axle section up and over and slide it into the muffler. And now we can now install the right side section up and over the axle and slide that in. And just let that sit to the side. And now we can reinstall our factory hanger, where we take this up, slide our hanger on, and we can reinstall our bolt. Using our 10mm socket, we can now tighten this down. Now we can install back our factory hanger. We'll slide this over and get that line back up into the bolt holes. We'll get our top one started up. A little bit hard to see, but it's just on top of the frame. And now we can tighten this down using our 10mm socket. And also our top one. All right, it's a little tough to see, but we can use our 10mm socket to tighten up this top one. Now we can slide on our clamp and also slide on our rear exit pipe. Just let that sit. Also, you have another configuration of a side exit, which would go just here in place of the rear exit. Now for our crossover section, we can slide on our clamp and let that sit there. Now we can take our last section of our pipe on our driver's side and slide this in, and also slide in our hanger. And we can slide on our clamp and also our rear exit pipe. And we're gonna let that sit there and hang, and it does look like it's pointing down right now, but once we tighten everything up, everything will shift back into position, just like this. All right, I have a pole jack supporting the driver's rear section just so I can get lined up a little bit better. And now we're gonna tighten up all of our exhaust clamps going back. Use a 15mm socket and tighten this up. Moving over our passenger rear, we can use our 15mm socket to tighten this clamp up. Now for our crossover section, holding our clamp in place, now tighten this up with our 15mm socket. Now we can tighten up both of our muffler exits using our 15mm socket. And our inlet pipe, again with our 15mm socket. And now we can tighten up our hanger bracket, again with our 15mm socket, just come over top. And now our mid pipe bracket and our clamp. And we can slide our clamp on for exhaust tips and slide on the tips. And once you get that position where you need to and make any adjustments you need, we can now tighten up that clamp. Using our 15mm socket, we can tighten up the clamp. Once you get your tip on and your bracket tightened down, you can now repeat for the other side. That wraps up our install for C&L Proven Ground Series Dual Exhaust System with polished tips side rear exit for 09 to 2010 5.4 liter F-150. Just remember, for everything F-150 related, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.